And welcome to my new Let's Play of EarthBound. EarthBound was released in the mid-90s, around the time, I think, shortly before the N64, but I'm not 100% sure. I might be thinking EarthBound Beginnings. I think I actually am, so never mind that. I think it was like 94, 95, so it's pretty close. I haven't really done my research, clearly. But EarthBound is a cult classic Super Nintendo RPG released with relatively little fanfare here in America, but had a slight kind of cult following for a long time, and then it got kind of put on the map a few years later. And by a few years, I mean like a really long time later. So you have your menu. If you hit don't care, you get random stuff. I'm just gonna go with all of the defaults for now. Fun Easter egg right off the bat. You can actually end up getting them all named after the Beatles and Yoko Ono if you cycle through long enough. This game is full of Beatles references. So we are in control of our protagonist. His name is Ness, and is named after the NES, sort of like how Nintendo was named after Nintendo. This is Ness's sister. Hey bro, did the sound wake you up? Were you freaked out? Saving us time later, if we open this conspicuous present, we get a cracked bat. So we have a standard menu. It works really weirdly though. A accesses the quick... No, L is the quick menu. In terms of like checking things. A is like sort of like you can talk and check, but L just sort of skips that step. B checks basic status. Y and X don't seem to do anything, so it's a little bit of a weird control setup, and I don't remember what R does, if it does anything. Select also show status. Pause doesn't seem to do anything. What's that noise? Ness, you don't seem scared. Are you nuts? Now you want to go check it out? Oh, okay. I'll sneak out of your room anyway, even if I ask you not to. Let's change out your jammies before you go. So we are in our standard gear. Now, I could hit A and then select talk to, which I'll be demonstrating right now. But again, I can just hit L if I want to. Besides humans, dogs also sleep at night. Why aren't you asleep? Got a phone, but it's not ringing, so we'll deal with that a little bit later. And here we are, outside. So, one thing to talk about is that this game has a lot more story, comparably, than EarthBound Beginnings. It definitely feels like a big step up, but it also hits a lot of the same sort of story, style moments of EarthBound 1. Which I actually have some speculation about, and this is just complete speculation on my part. Fun fact, EarthBound Beginnings was actually kind of unfinished. We ran into some sped up development problems towards the end of it, to the point where the final area, Mount Itoi, in the American version, was pretty much completely not balanced for difficulty. Nice timing, Ness. Will you do something about Pokey? He's driving me nuts. Are you two friends? No. You're not friends, but aren't you neighbors? Come on, help me out here. Shh, shh. No problem here. Clear out. Get out of my way. And he just says that over and over again. So this is Pokey, also named Porky in some versions. Hey Ness, don't be rubbernecking, you're getting in the way of the cops. Oops, I mean officer's way. You can go home now. Tomorrow I, Pokey, will tell you more about the strange meteorite. I'm fine here, but you're bugging the officers. So we have to go home. So I personally believe that the rushed development cycle of EarthBound Beginnings, or Mother, contributed a lot to why this game isn't as, air quotes, fresh as EarthBound Beginnings. It does tend to hit a lot of the same sort of archetypes of story. So I legitimately believe it's because they just kind of wanted to improve upon the formula. I touched upon this briefly in EarthBound Beginnings, but interestingly, the American version made some changes that got incorporated into the Mother 1 and 2 Game Boy Advance collection. Welcome home, Ness. It's not necessary to talk about it tonight. It's late. Screw off to bed now. And we are woken by a strange knock. Someone's knocking at the door. What an annoying knock. Sometimes you can get stuck on objects pretty easily in this game. It's kind of a problem this game has. Hey, listen to what I've got to say. When I took Picky to the place where the meteorite landed— oh, good evening, ma'am. You're looking lovely as usual. Anyway, as I was saying, the police that were guarding the meteorite landing left suddenly to deal with the sharks. You know, the sharks. They're the local ruffians, and they were really going wild. Suddenly I noticed that Picky was gone. I blame the cops. It certainly wasn't my fault at all. When my dad gets back, I know I'm gonna get it. You're my bestest friend. Won't you help me find Picky? Okay, good buddy, let's blow this popsicle stand. Before you go, why don't you say goodbye to your mom? Don't you agree, ma'am? I know that the dog is unreliable, but you should take King along. Crackbat in Trace's room could help out at a time like this. No matter what anyone says, you're a courageous, strong boy. You're my very own natural-born fighter. You'll go far. Remember to go for it. But I think you should change out your jammies before you leave. So EarthBound also had a very interesting development cycle because they changed quite a bit in localization. I like how the sister has a room and Ness has a room, but like the mom doesn't actually have a room. Just making note of that. Yeah, sure, you're cool, whatever. Do you want me to go with you? Guess I have no choice. Let's go. King joins you, so as you leave... alright, you go in front and I'll follow at a safe distance. Let's get going. Pokey joins you. So then the phone starts ringing. That's the answer to the phone. Hello, it's your dad. You worked to exhaustion when you're young. Have you ever heard of a weird saying like this? Just remember, I'm always behind you 100%. Don't be afraid. I know that you're brave. You can do it. Don't forget to call me periodically during your adventure. I can make a record of your progress when you call me. Oh yeah, deposit $30 into your bank account. Do you have your ATM card? Withdraw your money from any cash machine and buy whatever you need. Good luck, my boy. I feel like such a hero. What? Well, the father of a hero, at least. So off we go on our first big adventure. I mean, I do legitimately wonder how much of the sort of unfinished nature of Mother 1 led to Mother 2 kind of being kind of like an expansion. I mean, like, even Ness even looks like Nintendo, to the point where a lot of people got really confused at first. So, this game has some unique aspects to it. Well, this is your basic attack, this is items, this is magic, effectively, this is defense, this is auto-fight. We're just gonna use auto-fight, because there's nothing we can actually do. So, King is useless. Pokey is useless. So, it's basically all Ness. It's unfortunate, but yes, at this point in the game, Ness is the only one who actually really does anything. Spiteful Crows typically drop cookies, which are actually good healing items for the game, and that actually makes this a good level grinding spot if you so desire to level grind, because you get free heal effectively afterwards. Again, there's not much to do, but already you can kind of see the game's colorful nature on display. Pokey's nest as a shield. Pokey thought to himself. In addition to just regular attacks, you get weird flavor text sometimes when enemies don't interact, and it's just kind of a nice touch. And we're already level 2, believe it or not. Life Up A. So Life Up A is, or Alpha, is your basic healing spell, but we have cookies, so let's use those. Not the best heal, but early game, they're pretty nice. That's Picky up there. Yeah, all the police left for some reason. Not suspicious at all. Oof. If I knew this was going to be such a scary place, I wouldn't have come along. I'm out of here. Oh, here was a lot of help. This is the meteor. Okay, check the meteor. Caution, there are still lots of fires burning here and there. It's hot. Wow. Oh, you woke me up. Pokey, I've been looking all over for you. You see, Pokey got scared and ran away. Well, I'm glad that you're okay at least. Let's go home now. I bet Mom and Dad are worried sick about us. Jeez, sometimes I wonder which of us is the real big brother. Picky joins you. Ness, do you hear that? Do you hear buzzing that sounds like a bee flying around? Yes, you can hear it. A bee I am not. I'm from 10 years in the future, and in the future all this devastation. Gigas, how do they say it in EarthBound Beginnings? I don't even remember. Gigas the universal cosmic destroyer sent all to the horror of eternal darkness. However, you must listen. Where I am from, there's a well-known legend that has been handed down from ancient times. It says, when the chosen boy reaches the point, you'll find the light. The passing of time will shatter the nightmare rock and will reveal the path of light. You see, it is my opinion that you are that boy, Ness. This I believe. Gigas' monstrous plan must have been set in motion somewhere on Earth. If you start to confront the enemy immediately, you may have time to counter the evil intentions of Gigas. 3 things are of the utmost importance: wisdom, courage, and friendship. The legends from the ancient times tell of 3 boys and a girl who defeated Gigas. I'll tell you more later. Go now, and do not be anxious about the future. You have much work to do, Ness. Do you listen to what I told you? Thank you for listening to my long story. You're as exceptional as I expected you to be. Buzz now joins you. Ness, looks like you're really in a lot of trouble this time. 3 boys, you said? I'm not one of those 3, am I? Cause I'm not into this kind of thing at all. Jeez, my heart is almost patting around my chest. So yes, we have a full party of 4, and we're only like 10 minutes into the game, but yeah, Pokey doesn't seem like the heroic type, neither does Picky. So, well, this can't go badly at all. We got Buzz following us around, but yes, EarthBound is like one of my favorite RPGs, I'd probably say. It's kind of old school, and that's honestly why I think this game was a turn-off, because Final Fantasy would have already had like the active time battle system. This game was negatively compared. Oh. It's been a long time, Buzz. You've been successful at foiling Master Gigas' plans, but Buzz, you must now surrender. You're no longer a hero, but just a useless insect. I'll stomp you hard. Believe it or not, we have a boss battle, Starman Jr. So, Buzz tried PSI Shield. I don't know what symbol that is, but we're protected from PSI attacks. By the way, I'm pretty sure that this is all the Starman Jr. knows. It doesn't reflect it, unfortunately, but it nullifies it, so that's pretty good. This is kind of like the tank, actually. Not the tank, but what was the robot's name? Eve, I want to say? How the robot would follow you and would just pretty much deal with everything in the way, and also you basically end off with a scripted fight where you can't do a ton, but the AI character helping you ends up actually carrying you through the fight. 16 EXP, so we're now level 3. Office went up by 1, Vitality went up by 1, etc, etc. Phew, I was taking a big chance there. He came from 10 years in the future to kill me, so we can't relax yet. From now on, you'll be fighting enemies sent by Gigas, as well as humans who have evil thoughts. They'll definitely make trouble during your adventure. Animals are also becoming violent due to Gigas' influence over the evil in their minds. It is the truth, so listen. And we're back home. You hungry already? Why don't you have some steak? Pokey, you don't like steak, do you? Too bad. So this is your free heal of sorts. But we're actually supposed to return them to their house, which is conveniently right next door. Let's check this. Oh, I can't check this. Okay. Where in Sam Hill have you boys been? Have to think of a suitable punishment. I'm really sorry that my kids troubled you so much. Both of you are really going to get it now. By the way, I'd be happy if you left sometime soon. I'm tired of your family living next door. We've loaned your father a lot of money. May have been $100,000 and more. Well, I guess it really could have been less. But because of the loan, my family and I now live in poverty. My husband is much too lenient with the children. Oh well, nice guys finished last. The story of our life. I think it's a dung beetle. I'll smash your guts out. Gasp. I was much weaker than I thought. So you must now begin your adventure. See you. Oh, I just remembered. Listen to my final words. To defeat Gigas, your own power must unite with the Earth's. The Earth will then channel your power and multiply it. There are 8 points that you must visit. Make these places your own. Each of these locations is your sanctuary. One of them is near Walnut. It's called Giant Step. Go there first. Do you understand? Alright. You are a very intelligent young man. And oh, the pain. Everything is getting dark. Gasp. Before I pass on, I want to give you something. It is the Sound Stone. You can record the melodies from the 8 your sanctuary locations into the stone. It is an awesome item. By the way, I'm almost gone, but did you want to hear the story one more time? Good. It's already dawn outside, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm fading fast. Gasp. Yes, got the Sound Stone. And thus we have our intro. Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for an instant memory. Looking at the camera, ready, say Fuzzy Pickles. Wow, what a great photograph. It will always bring back the fondest memories. So yes, we are effectively good to go. We need to go to Walnut. Let's check the sign. It's out to the suburbs of Walnut, so we can follow this path to get there. I say Walnut, a lot of people say Onnet, other people say Onet. I say Walnut because of reasons that will become clear later on. I don't want to go out anymore. I don't care if everyone thinks I'm a stubborn mutt. I'm at full health, aren't I? Probably am. I love how this game is a little bit more clear in its layout for things. It's a lot more straightforward, to put it bluntly. I greatly appreciate that. It's very much appreciated. Love the music in this game. I'll do everything I can to help you. Good luck on your adventure. You might get hungry along the way, so here's a cookie. That's got the cookie. You can also leave anything you don't need with me. Do you want me to hang on to something? Be careful. So, we have the same kind of problem as EarthBound beginnings of a very limited inventory, so if we ever need to store anything, we can store it with Nessa's sister. We can save at the phone. Most phones cost money. But this basically works the same way. I, again, think this game is actually relatively not ambitious by comparison to EarthBound Beginnings, but is a natural extension and improvement to everything Mother 1 did. This is my current thought. This is something else interesting you can actually get sneaked up on. Sneak attack. This is a fairly normal enemy, it's no problem. We actually probably should level grind a little bit, and like last time, again, I did say this game is kind of old school. Again, being somewhat negatively compared to Dragon Warrior, as it was known at the time. This game is pretty old school in its conventions, so you might want to level grind a little bit before you get to 1-it. So, except we're already at 1-it, that was a short walk. But yes, we reached 1-it already, that was a lot easier than I remember. So yes, this is our first town. If you have played Super Smash Bros., there's a stage loosely based on 1-it. And this is apparently close to where the first sandstone is, so just to sort of identify a few things. You get a map, don't you? There's a map button somewhere, but I don't remember how to activate it. But yes, this feels very comparable, and I think a lot of the music too. This is another thing. A lot of the music is basically remixed from EarthBound Beginnings, so it makes it feel a lot less fresh in that regard. Deathman Jr. This is actually a much tougher enemy than we were supposed to deal with, so I want to demonstrate something. I want to die on purpose, believe it or not. And watch him not be able to land a hit. Okay, there we go. This game is really forgiving about deaths. Ness, it looks like you got your head handed to you, so how about giving it another shot? Ness decided to return after summoning all the courage and energy he had. Good luck. So you basically get taken to your last save, but here's another thing. I don't think you lose progress too much when you save, if I'm understanding correctly. The way I think it works is you pretty much keep all the items you pick up, for example. You might lose money occasionally. Yeah, I think you definitely lose money, but you don't really lose a ton of progress per se, as long as you save close by. So it's just kind of an interesting technique. This game does a lot of really unique things compared to other RPGs that make it stand out positively, I would say, even by today's standards. So we got a back attack effectively, so we get a free opening. And for combat basics, I think that's about it. By the way, RNG is kind of a problem in this game, so get used to it. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna show. There's also some interesting techniques you can actually use. Because sometimes enemies will only move if you move. Not always, but sometimes, so you can actually manipulate that because all the enemies are actually physically present on the map, so in my opinion that's a big deal. At the time, I wanna say the only other major RPGs to do that would be Chrono Trigger and Super RPG, both by Square Enix. So yeah, this game actually does a lot of things that are pretty cool. And another thing I actually didn't show when I was trying to die was, you have a rolling HP system. So if you get hit, it'll say like you took blah amount of mortal damage. So it will basically drain down gradually, but you have time to save yourself effectively. Which is incredibly appreciated. It's a nice little touch that I don't know any other RPG's done, which makes it unique. So yes, because the HP gradually rolls down, you can actually save yourself, potentially. I'm just talking about battle basics while kind of leveling up. We got a lot of equipment slots to fill up, potentially. yeah, I think that's it for combat basics. PSI learns, I think, at level ups, if I'm not mistaken. On the whole, this game is actually a lot easier than Earthbound beginnings, I would say, because you don't have that giant difficulty spike at the very end of the game. You have a couple difficulty spikes for sure, but there aren't as many terrible difficulty spikes. It's pretty manageable for the most part, as long as you're willing to level up a little bit, equip the right items, etc. So yeah, that's basically Earthbound in a nutshell from a gameplay standpoint. Next time, we will be entering One Night for Real and seeing what this town has to offer. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Earthbound.